Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So I wanted to put out two things there in front of everybody, and I just wanted to ask, for those of you who have completed the raid 100 times, 40 times and all, is this a thing? And you're probably wondering what it is. So yesterday we were playing the raid, which I already beat the raid once this week with a team, and me and some of the guys who had beaten the raid, we went in there and I went in with my other tune, and we noticed a few things with the raid yesterday. Yesterday being Friday, July the 26th or something slash Saturday AM midnight or whatever. And we noticed that Buddy and Lucy were behaving somewhat strange. And it seemed like maybe it was bullet registration or sort of a lag. The game kept crashing on some of us. And we eventually got somebody that, somebody quit. And so we had somebody join us who had done the raid about 30 something times and said it seemed like there was an issue going on, and he had seen that thing happen before where it seemed like Buddy and Lucy were not responding and that session was kind of bugged. And so yesterday seemed like Lucy, whenever you it was strange the way both warhounds were responding. They would maybe shoot you in like one shot and you're dead, and perhaps it was like a lag going on. And I wanted to ask those of you who are veterans in doing the raid if this is a bug or if this is a new thing that's creeping up, or if the developers have somewhat buffed the raid and we didn't know. The second thing was that yesterday Lucy did not seem to be responding to aggro mechanics, and since there have been speed runs, it seems like the raid has, and yes, we've seen the developers actually increase the difficulty or change something when it comes to Lucy's 360 gunning, because before you could blind fire over cover, and now you can't, which is okay. I've been the raid all times after the changes. But it seemed like yesterday Lucy would not respond to aggro, and she kept going to the wrong place. So I literally went to the front of her, and once she finished her first 360 sequence, I will fire at her, and the aggro mechanics will show up that she's got aggro on me, but then she would just turn around and go to the buddy side and start to attack. Now, I can understand that this is maybe the developers have put this in to kind of, make things a little bit more challenging, but I don't think that's the case. But if that's the case, then I don't know what else to say. But, this was my second try for the raid, and it just seemed like things weren't responding very well. And yes, like I said, we had somebody quit, and we had a guy that had done the raid multiple times come in and say, okay, you guys' session is terrible. Something is happening. Now, it could be that we were not doing good, but I completed the raid with some of the other guys, and everybody had very decent DPS on the team. I inspected myself, and everybody inspected and saw that everybody was doing decently well. It just seemed like the warhounds were just not responding. The second thing that I wanted to bring up was, it seems like while you're in Razorback, there is maybe some kind of interference with your entire electronic system. And so something that I've noticed is your weapons start to get all kinds of random numbers when it comes to your bullet count. I don't know if this is like, something that's happening based on the mechanics on Razorback, or if this is something that that's a bug. I don't know. It just seems like when you're in there, all bets are off, and weird things start happening. And the way that I know is, somebody made a joke and made fun of me and said I have excessive reload syndrome. I'm the guy, when I shoot one NPC, I reload, even if I have like maybe 70-80% of my magazine still left. I always reload. And the reason I noticed is because I was running one of the generators on 4, and I like to stay locked and loaded so that when we start hitting the panels for Razorback, I have enough bullets, and my damage is much more sustained. And I kept noticing that my bullet numbers in some cases will skyrocket to like 180 rounds, or in some cases in my assault rifle it will skyrocket. Sometimes it will drop down. And so I don't know if this is like a thing within the raid. I've only done it 3 times, and I just wanted to put that out there so that you guys who have actually knocked it out multiple times, and you have more experience and you've seen much more difficult or let me say challenging sessions, because some of these things are somewhat randomized in a sense. in a sense, if you do it longer, or if there are, you know, distractions, or if people, you know, have to be rezzed, maybe you've seen some of these things take place. So that's all I wanted to put out there for you guys today. I wanted, you know, y'all to just comment on all of this, and let's see if this is something new. Okay, so thank you very much for your time and audience. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for, you know, those of you who've always watched, you know, the videos, who comment, who participate, and I really do appreciate y'all. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.